folks, welcome to indePENNdence. I'm really happy that you guys checked this video out because I really think it's important for you to have a brief rundown about all of the residential stuff about Bocconi. So let's get started. All residences at Bocconi have the following: Wi-Fi, gas, electricity, water, heating, air conditioning, and the best part, weekly cleaning services included with the price that you pay for the academic year. So they provide blankets, sheets, pillowcases, and towels, so you don't have to worry about squeezing them into your suitcase or buying them in Milan. It's very convenient. Each residence has 2 representatives, which are students who represent the voice of the neighborhood, so to say. They make sure that things get done and make sure they stay on top of things with the management of the residences. The residences are guarded. There's a doorman working around the clock for each one to ensure optimum safety. The only thing to be mindful of about the residences is that you can only host 4 guests at a time, and they must leave by midnight. So this is the rule that Bocconi is rather strict on, so visitors must sign in by leaving their identifications with the doorman. Every residence has a common room and a laundry room, and one load of laundry is €1.50, and to dry the load of laundry is €1.50 as well. So the first residence we have is Bligny. Bligny is going to celebrate its 2-year anniversary in September because it's a very new residence. It's actually the second newest residence on campus. And when I say on campus, I mean actually on campus. Bligny residence is literally on campus, right next to the Velodrome, which is the first year students' main place to have classes. So if you have those 8:45 a.m. classes, it's convenient. You don't have to walk a long way to get to class every day. Bligny has several different types of rooms. They have 4 single bedrooms with private bathrooms, 60 single rooms with a shared bathroom, 112 single rooms in 4-bedroom apartments with 2 bathrooms and shared living room/kitchen. And actually these kitchens are awesome because they have an oven. That's right, they're one of the only residences to have ovens in the kitchen, so that's always a good thing. Bligny has great study rooms. They have a really nice study room below the reception area, which is on the -1st floor, and they also have a study area on each floor above that where the residential living areas are. Bligny is great because it's near Bocconi, and near Bocconi there are a lot of shops and restaurants, so that means you'll have access to all of them if you live there. There's also a tram, the number 9, that's right next to Bligny, and if you want to go to the metro, all you have to do is take that tram for about 10 minutes and you'll be there at Porto Romana, which is the perfect place to go to any stop in the city. There are also common areas and game rooms with ping pong, foosball, pool, couches, and a TV for watching late night sports games and X Factor, or X Factor as they say in Italy. And the best part is that it's a short 10-minute walk to Navigli, and Navigli is a great place to hang out with your friends on the weekends and, well, anytime. So you'll have a great mix of studying and fun. Next is Bocconi Pensionato, which was Bocconi University's first residence. It's the true OG. But don't let this residence's originality fool you. It may have a few years on its fellow residences, but the rooms inside were recently remodeled to look brand new. Just like Bligny, Bocconi Pensionato is right on campus, so its residents can enjoy the same benefits as Bligny's when it comes to sleeping in and not having to travel far to get a bite to eat. Bocconi Pensionato is also right next to the Bocconi gym, right above one of Bocconi's 3 cafeterias, and a short 1-minute walk away from the campus's soccer field. His inside is quite nice as well. There are 13 single rooms with private bathrooms and 248 single rooms with shared bathrooms. Each floor has a common kitchen, and like the other residences, Bocconi Pensionato has a study room to whip out the books and a common room filled with games to whip out the inner athletic spirit of the fierce Bocconi Pelican. Yeah, Bocconi's mascot's actually a pelican, not a lion. Surprising, right? The residence that I hold the most dearly in my heart is Isonzo. I love how Isonzo is so artsy, and I love that its ambiance is so calming and natural. The garden's a really nice touch. I love how the windows are huge, so you can have a clear view of the city, and the sunsets are absolutely gorgeous. Isonzo has 2 halves, the tower and the ghetto. I say that not because the ghetto is actually bad quality, but because the Isonzo residents refer to it that way. Each floor of the ghetto has a really nice study room and a kitchen, and the rooms are single rooms that share a bathroom with one other person, and the other half, which is the tower, has 4-person apartments with a kitchen, a nice little living room, 2 bathrooms, 1 for every 2 people, and a balcony. Each floor of the tower has a study room as well, and then there are some studio apartments sprinkled throughout the whole residence. So that's altogether 11 single rooms with private bathrooms, 86 single rooms with shared bathrooms, and 30 apartments with 4 single rooms inside, so 120 rooms divided by 4. And Isonzo has a gym and a common room with games and a TV, just like the other residences. Honestly though, this residence is so pretty. Isonzo is about 10 to 15-minute walk from Bocconi, which is nice because it forces you to get some fresh air each day during the commute, even if you don't feel like exercising or spending extra time outside that day. It's also only 10 minutes from Lodi metro station, which is nice, and then it's right next to the 24 tram, which takes you directly to the city center. The next residence is Javotte, and Javotte is a smaller residence about 5 minutes from Bocconi, but it's also about 10 to 15 minutes from Navili, the canal area of Milan with a bunch of shops and restaurants. Woohoo! This residence consists of 8 single rooms, each with a private bathroom, and 88 single rooms, each of which shares a bathroom with another student. Javotte has kitchens and a study room as well, but what really sets it apart from the other residences are 2 things: the soccer field and the music room. There's a soccer field right outside of Javotte, so it's a nice view for the students who have windows, and also it's especially nice for recreational games between friends. And there's also a music room that a lot of Bocconi students visit to play the piano and practice their instruments in general. So yeah, Javotte's nested in a street parallel to the one Bocconi is on, so it's a bit tucked away from the commotion of commuting students. So if you like a more private, chill place to live, then Javotte is the one for you. Next, I'll introduce you to Spadolini, which is right next to another Bocconi residence called Dubini, the one I live in. So we're practically neighbors. Spadolini is a few minutes walk away from the 24 tram, the same one Isonzo is close to, the one that takes you to the city center. And Spadolini is also a few minutes away from the best supermarket in Milan, Esselunga. Trust me, this supermarket has anything you can think of besides real pickles, but that's another story for another time. Spadolini is about a 15 to 20 minute walk from Bocconi and a 25-minute walk from Navigli. It sounds like a long distance, but the reason the time is so long is because you have to cross the street twice before going to Bocconi. So you have to wait in the traffic for a little bit for the light to turn green. Anyway, Spadolini has a common room with games, a gym, and a study room, and each apartment has a balcony. So in total, there are 16 studio apartments, each of which have a kitchen, a bathroom, and a common area. There are 3 3-bedroom apartments with 2 bathrooms and a common area, and there are 77 4-bedroom apartments with 2 bathrooms and a common area. Personally, my favorite part about Spadolini is that there are hammocks in the courtyard, and I love that there's a park right between Spadolini and Dubini as well, where there are a lot of students who go running there. And also, by walking to class, people who live in Dubini and Spadolini get to walk through a park, Theresa, and there are so many cute dogs there. And finally, that brings us to the one and only Dubini! I saved Dubini for last because I live here. Dubini is a really cool building. It has a cool architectural structure with balconies on the outside and on the inside. So there are 3 types of rooms in Dubini: studio apartments with a bathroom, bedroom, and a kitchen for each one, which there are 10 of. There are 142 bedroom apartments with 2 single bedrooms, a bathroom, and a kitchen area, and there are also 176 single rooms, which are part of the 4-bedroom apartments with 2 bathrooms, 1 for every 2 people, and a kitchen area. I live in a 4-bedroom apartment because I thought it would be cool to meet 3 new flatmates, so that's why I chose that one. Dubini has a gym, a common room, study room, and a rooftop study room, which means that there's also a rooftop, and not just any rooftop, but a rooftop that faces the Duomo, you know, the famous Piazza del Duomo that's in the city center, the one that the 24 leads to. The location-based benefits I mentioned about Spadolini also apply to Dubini. It's neighboring the best supermarket in town, but I'm just a bit biased because I love that supermarket. It's really close to the 24 tram as well, and it's also next to a park. It's about 20 minutes away from Bocconi by foot, and it allows you to take a stroll through the park before class and on your way home. My favorite part about Dubini is that sometimes cute little ducks visit us when it rains. And it's just so cute. Like one time the doorman actually fed some bread to him and it was so cute. But anyways, I really love Dubini. 10 out of 10, would recommend. When it comes to decorating your room, I recommend that you visit the place in the city center called Flying Tiger, which has really cute and inexpensive decorations. And for other house items, you should visit IKEA for sure. It's not exactly in the city center or nearby, but you can always order online if you're okay with not seeing the product in real life before you buy it. So overall, Bocconi does have 8 different residences, and I only mentioned 6 of them. And that's because there's one residence called Arcobaleno, but I'm not going to describe it because mostly exchange students live there, and I don't recommend that you choose it because it's really far from campus, and it's kind of a hassle to get there every day, so I would definitely recommend that if you can't get one of the residences that I mentioned, then don't even bother choosing residence, because it's better to have an apartment closer to campus than to have Arcobaleno. And also, the other 8th residence I haven't mentioned is the new residence coming out this year, and it's called Castiglioni. It's part of the new Bocconi campus, right across the street from the current Bocconi campus, and it looks really sleek and modern in the pictures. I don't have any photos personally because the only photos available are the ones on the Bocconi website, so I highly recommend you check them out in the link below. But I would recommend that if you're interested in Bligny, then I would definitely recommend you choose Castiglioni as well, because it has the same locational benefits and they're both very new. And also Bocconi Pensionato, they're both very close. So yeah, check it out. Thank you to everyone who provided photos for this entire video. I tagged everyone down below, so be sure to show them some Insta love. Thank you guys so much. Without you, this video would not have been possible, or would not have been so feasible. So thank you very much. And for more information about all things dorm related, feel free to check out Bocconi's website and comment below for any questions, and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great week. Love you so much. Ciao!